guest is the author of a new book, Gunnar! Or How I Became the Mayor of a Large City in Iceland and Changed the World. It's in stores now. Please welcome the extraordinary ex-mayor of Reykjavik, Iceland, Jon Gunnar, everybody, Jon Gunnar! Welcome to the show. I'm so happy that you're here.
I'm so happy to be here, and thank you for having me.
Well, I've always been a great fan of Iceland. I have never been, but I'm...
Why not?
I asked myself the same thing.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Scotland?
No.
Why not?
I always wanted to go there.
Well, let's swap. Let's do a sort of swap, an exchange program. You go, I'll go and be mayor of Reykjavik. And you can go and be disliked in Scotland.
I've always actually wanted to go to Orkney.
Orkney?
Yeah.
That's the Northern Islands off the coast of Scotland.
Yeah.
I imagine it's probably a bit like Iceland, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, I'll tell you why first of all, I'm about halfway through the book, and I think we've lived very similar lives.
Yes.
You were something of a difficult pupil in school, and you got into punk rock.
Yeah.
And you got into...
I wasn't that much in school.
You weren't in trouble?
I was in trouble, but I didn't go much to school. That's also a part of the problem.
Yeah, that's where I think we're similar. Our stories start to, diverge once, you were in punk rock bands, I was in punk rock bands, then you became the mayor of Iceland, and I didn't. Mayor of Reykjavik. Mayor of Reykjavik. But you were a stand-up comedian. You still are a stand-up comedian, right?
Yeah, I'm a comedian.
Yes.
I'm a stand-up comedian. I've been in TV, movies, stand-up, radio.
In Icelandic?
In Icelandic.
Yes.
Yeah. All my life.
Yeah, it's
most of my life, not all my life, not when I was.
Not when you were a baby.
A baby. Yeah.
No. Well, very few babies in America do stand-up comedy. Some do. Some do. Yeah. They're not very successful. No,
they're no good. But you've had this fascination for Iceland for a long time.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think originally from maybe the Sugar Cubes years ago, which were a great Icelandic band.
Yeah.
Thanks, people from Iceland. And well-informed hipsters. And then Sigur Rós I've been fascinated. There's a documentary that Dean Dubois did on Sigur Rós, which is a very beautiful look at Iceland.
Heima.
It was amazing looking place.
It's a beautiful documentary.
And how did you end up being you're very clearly someone who's more comfortable in the arts than perhaps politics.
Yes, that's correct.
How did that happen then, that you became the mayor of Reykjavik?
Well, Iceland was hit really hard by the global financial crisis.
We heard about it.
You heard about that?
Yeah. You went broke,
yeah, technically.
Yeah.
I don't know what's the difference between being technically broke or being broke.
Did you guys have enough to eat?
Yes.
Then that's the difference.
And after that, there was a lot of confusion and a lot of fear and anger, and people were losing everything, losing their houses, losing their cars, losing their jobs.
Yes.
And we heard that we were entering into a program with the IMF. That sounded very serious.
International Monetary Fund?
Yes. Yeah. And as I've always been an independent artist, and I started asking around, what is the IMF? And people said, you know what the IMF do? What is the first thing that the IMF does when some country enters a program? They start by cutting all funds to the arts.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they had, closing down theaters and all that.
Holy crackers.
So this idea just occurred to me. How about inventing a new kind of politics?
I'm listening.
Because, you know, I'm a comedian. I'm somebody. I'm a likable guy. People like me.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are.
I'm a likable,
You're a very attractive
intelligent
man. I'd make out with you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
No, for sure.
And maybe somebody like me can step into all this confusion. There were riots in front of Parliament every day, and people were getting hurt. And I thought maybe somebody like me can step into this and make a difference.
And did
so-
you? Do you think?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I made the best party.
I'm listening. The best party was the new party. You called it the best
I
party.
created the best party, and it's the politics of no politics.
I'm listening.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not right wing or left wing. It's no wing. It's not a political party in that sense. It's more of a democratic self-help group.
This is awesome.
You know, and it's and I just contacted friends on Facebook.
Yes.
Because I needed names to make a ballot. You know,
Right.
and so I contacted my friends on Facebook and asked them, I just invented this political party. I call it the Best Party, which I think is a very cool name.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm going to run in the next elections. I need people on the ballot. Are you in? And people said, sure. Is it going to be a hard job? Nah, probably not. Probably not. All I need is your name and a photo. And that's how I made the ballot. And then the campaign started, and we had really no agenda, no manifesto, except for you know, we wanted to help and have fun at the same time.
So what did you suggest? I mean, I seem to remember what I've read in the book so far is you said you were going to release the dinosaurs from Jurassic Park into parts of Iceland. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
That would get you elected here, I think.
And no, I just.
But what I think I'm fascinated by is that your tenure as mayor was very successful.
Yeah.
I mean, the town actually thrived under the Best Party. They became a real party.
Yes, and we.
Because I'm out of a job at the end of the year, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Well, we did a fairly good job, and I'm very proud of what we did, and I'm not sure why I did it. I just felt inspired, and it gave me joy, the whole campaign. Yeah. For example, coming up with campaign promises. You know, what do you stand for? And I asked people, what do you want me to stand for? And they said, I want you to you should stand for honesty. Yeah, well, I'll stand for honesty. And campaign promises. What do you want me to promise? Because I'm going to be completely honest with you. I intend to break all my promises.
That's nice, yes.
Because that's tradition in politics.
Right, I mean, everybody does it. You might as well be upfront about it.
Yeah. So I was completely open about it. And so I went about and asked people, what do you want me to promise? And people said, free towels at the swimming pools. Sure, you got it. Vote for me, free towels.
Now, did you break that promise?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I brought.
We have to take a break because I have to give away some free towels. We'll be right back with Jon Nara, everybody. Jon Nara. Some change coming. Yeah. And I think that it might be that. Welcome back, everybody. I'm talking to Jon Gar. Is that right? Is that how you say it? Gar. Man, that's really good. That's a really good name. I mean,
Thank you.
Are you going to continue in politics, do you think?
No.
Really?
No, I'm fed up. That's the long. I was mayor for 4 years.
Right.
And that's the longest I've held a job ever.
Oh, man. So what now? What do you do?
I don't know.
What about president of Iceland?
Well, it's been talk of it. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind.
But dude,
I'm recovering.
Yeah, but if you're president of Iceland, you get to go to all those big, like, world things and get in the grill of those Tootsie Fruits.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah,
That would be great.
It's true,
And I gotta figure that if you're popular in Reykjavik, that might carry the vote in the rest of Iceland. You know?
Yeah, the majority lives in Reykjavik.
Live in Reykjavik.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So it's kind of, I mean, with the title of the book, How I Became Mayor of a Large City in Iceland.
There only is one large city
There is
in
only
Iceland.
one
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, I don't know. I think you should think seriously about commanding a position on the world stage. I think we need more people like you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, really, we do. People who are, I mean, because what has happened here, certainly, it seems to me that people actually forget what their policies even are.
Yeah.
The main policy seems to be just hating the other guy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that gets a little old for
Well,
me.
we need more. What we really need is empathy. We really need more emphasis on empathy in everything, in my opinion.
Have you been attacked by? You must have been. If you're in politics, you're going to get attacked by opponents. So what do they say about you? Because you were in
They say
punk rock.
I'm an idiot.
An idiot, really?
I'm an idiot. I am a clown. I'm not qualified for the job. I'm not doing my job. And if I'm doing my job, I'm doing it wrong. And if I'm doing something, I should be doing something else.
But that's what all politicians say about all other politicians. There's not really anything new in that. I think what you are, with the clown, is an interesting analogy. You know the clownfish?
They called me the clownfish.
Clownfish, which looks like a clown, and it swims in the tentacles of the sea anemone, and it secretes sugar. So the sea anemone doesn't see it as food. It just thinks it's just something lying around. And while the sea anemone doesn't see this enemy, the clownfish is eating the sea anemone. Now, that's not true. But if it was, wouldn't that be awesome?
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah. I think it's partially true.
No, I think the best party is probably going to spread all around the world.
You think?
Yeah, I think so. And I see the best party, the idea of the best party, and that the fact that we were successful with it. I think I see it as kind of like the first little mammals in the world of the dinosaurs.
Okay.
They're all underground, living in burrows. And the big dinosaurs are all walking about and say, oh, we're all dinosaurs, we rule the world. But no.
Okay, well, you're going to get some attention from folks around the world talking like that, my friend. Some powerful people that don't want to hear those things. Do you ever get afraid?
Do you think the eye of Sauron is turned?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I do, in a way, yeah. I think, they'll start looking at you.
Yeah.
Who's this troublemaker?
Oh.
Yeah.
Now you're making me nervous.
Yeah, no. I think it's back to the Chuckle Hut in Reykjavik for you, young feller. Yeah. Well, Jon, it's been amazing to meet you. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Good luck with whatever you decide to do next. The book is called Gunnar, and you can buy it. We'll be right back, everybody. We'll be right back.
What did we learn on the show tonight, Greg?
Oh, lucky the weight missed the cat, eh, Jeff?
Yeah. Wouldn't want to upset anybody with that.
No, I think they're pretty upset with the Jon Gunnar, I think. We had I was just warming my testicle by the fire. We had so many guests tonight and so much to talk about that we didn't do an email segment.
Oh, that's right.
Well, let's just do one quickly.
Okay,
now.
all right, great.
All right, this is from Liz in Wheeling, West Virginia. Ever been there, Jeff?
Yeah, Liz, sure, yeah, great, yeah.
All right, Craig, I feel badly for the guys in the horse costume on hot summer days. Does anyone bring them cold drinks during commercials? Tell the truth. Free beer. What is it? Whiskey for my men and beer for my horse?
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's whiskey for the front end and beer for the back end.
Yeah.
My horse.
And some cocaine for your robot.
Don't do drugs. Good night,